Hi, so I'm editing this video right now, and I don't know if it just has something to do with shadow play. I don't know what happened, but throughout the video, you're going to see, like, single frame flashes of the blank face Serena photo, and I tried to cut out most of it, but having to scan through this on a frame-by-frame basis when I just want to put out this video is really annoying. And so I think I'm just going to leave it at this. This is a warning that that's going to happen a few times. I don't know if it's going to be that much of an issue. I thought I wanted to fix it, but it happens so frequently that I just really don't want to. Sorry that it's going to look a little weird, but hopefully the writing makes up for it. I wrote another very dismissive review of Serena while I was away. And boy, am I glad I deleted everything and have to redo it all, because this time around, I finally understand this game. This video is quite perfectly timed after that Layers of Fear video, because even in the old script I wrote for Serena, I compared it to Layers of Fear and said it did the same thing but better, but I was still quite dismissive of the ending. But, as all must be, I should start from the beginning. Also, I'm using Layers of Fear music again because this game doesn't really have music. Serena is a short, free-to-play point-and-click story game. When I say short, I mean like around 15 minutes long, maybe even shorter if you're lucky, or you use a walkthrough and cheat. Like I did, because this is my 4th time playing this game. You're a man seemingly confined to this cabin, and you can't seem to remember the face of your significant other. You can explore the tiny cabin from a quite nice first-person perspective, and click on cues that cause your character to reflect, everything from chairs to books and the like. If you want to get real serious and try to get every option of dialogue, you can see everything you can click on with a spacebar. I didn't know this for a long time because the game doesn't tell you the controls or anything. I found it out from the walkthrough. Also, that's why the gameplay isn't super matchy with my words. I'm essentially just doing this commentary over the playthrough. Every time you find a clue that makes progress with the story, the clock will chime and your character's reactions to objects will be different. He goes through different phases, starting whimsical and ending completely bitter and angry, as he remembers more details of his relationship. He believes his relationship was perfect until you explore, and he seemingly overthinks every little detail until he grows to realize Serena's sadness and then hatred of their relationship. This compounds until he in turn hates her, and finds a ring that could be his or hers in a chest that opens towards the end of the game. Now I want to say right here, if you like stories that are open-ended but leave enough to let you figure it out for yourself, you should sink your teeth into Serena. Like I said earlier, it's free and short, and it might take a handful of playthroughs seeing the ending a few times to come to a solid conclusion, and I'm about to talk about mine. So now's your opportunity to play it at least once, and really think about it. Spoiler alert over, on to the spoilers. After the dialogue with the ring, you look in the closet, and hiding behind the coats is a corpse rotted beyond recognition. And with the character already questioning his sanity and memory, he possibly thinks he murdered Serena or something. He just can't fathom how or why there's a corpse in his closet, and I couldn't either. After this, 2 people are talking outside of the cabin, and the other guy asks the woman about her ring. And she knows about the main character, so it's easy to assume this is Serena. In my original review, I brushed off the corpse and said that it's out of nowhere, and if the woman outside is Serena, then who the hell is the corpse? And I just left it at that. The people outside talk about burning the cabin down, and they do just that, leaving you inside to burn, and that's where the game ends. This time around, however, I actually did a thunk, and finally figured out what the stink that corpse is all about. I only figured it out because this sounds pretty concrete, and I haven't found anything that could contradict what I'm saying. Originally, I thought that it could be a woman that he cheated on Serena with, and that he maybe shut her in the closet to hide her when Serena got home, and just left her there. Like, he has memory issues throughout the game. He could have just shut her in there, and it could possibly be a closet that can't open from the inside. So that was my idea. Kinda stupid, right? Like, Fathomable, but stupid. But then thinking about it more, how angry and bitter Serena was towards the end of the game with her letter and the way she looked in the picture, here's my new theory, and it's the one I might stick with. I think Serena murdered the main character and hid his body in the closet. Here's why I think that. The character is specifically confined to this cabin, and he can't leave. So it's like the vicinity of his haunting, essentially. Especially with his corpse just left unburied and rotten. The way the two voices talk outside is very blunt and calculated, and I only now understand the idea of burning the cabin down as burning the evidence. The nail in the coffin is when the guy says,
"We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute."
Serena even says,
"Don't worry, it's all covered. He spent much time here."
Which is essentially her saying, it would be pretty easy to just say he died in an accidental fire. I have learned my lesson to be less dismissive of games I don't understand, but that's not to say I forgive Layers of Fear. My points still stand there. I give Serena a solid 7 out of 10. On that note, I want to thank everyone for their feedback on the Layers of Fear video, but one thing I do want to say is I'm not striving for perfection. I don't plan on dissecting every little element of everything, though I do try to really, go over enough to make myself actually have solid thoughts about a game and not just brush everything off, because I've been making that mistake, and clearly Serena has taught me that. But I do want to make some corrections here about that Layers of Fear video, with one particular scene I did not delve into enough. When I talk about how the father may have had 2 daughters, the scene I showed was the scene where I thought that, but the footage used wasn't the one where I looked over at the daughter playing piano. In that scene, there's the little girl playing piano, and the girl scribbling on the paper. And that scene made me think, oh, what if it's 2 different little girls, one that the father is raising to be an artist like him, and the other one is being raised by the mother to be a musician and do other things. That was something I should have fleshed out more, and I apologize for that. I am pleased with everything else. The video fleshes out just as much as the game does, which is pretty much nothing. Now, isn't that clever? Anyways, feel free to tell me what you thought of the video, and or suggest other games for me to talk about in the comments down below. Every comment is appreciated. Also, I've been forgetting to do this, but follow me on Twitch as well. I don't plan on monetizing my YouTube, and I prefer Twitch in general because I love chatting live with people. I not only stream myself playing and recording these games, but I also stream the editing and writing process most of the time to keep myself on track. Thank you for watching.